Okay, so today I'm excited to show you the brand new Kiko Nextfit IX Zip. So they did make some improvements off the last model, and we're going to show you what those are. But first, a car seat is a safety device. This is designed to keep your child safe in a car accident. So first I'm going to go over those safety features that they have in the Nextfit. So they do get excellent ratings for convenience features, but also for safety ratings, which is awesome. So first they have steel reinforced frame. And those are going to run down the frame of the car seat, enforcing it so that it's substantial in the event of a car accident. Now they also lined the inside of the frame with EPS foam. And EPS foam is designed to absorb the energy in the event of a car accident and kind of brake absorbing that energy. So that's an awesome feature as well. And then also lastly, the last safety feature that's awesome is the fact that it's easy to install. Now, upwards of 90% of car seats are actually installed incorrectly, and that makes those safety features basically invalid. Like, you're not utilizing those features if you're not installing it correctly. So they've integrated a super cinch installation system in here that I'll show you a little bit about how that works, but because it's easy to install, makes it that much safer. Okay, so this car seat has a pretty good weight range. You can start using it as little as 5 pounds. So you can bring your baby home from the hospital in this seat. Now rear facing, you can go up to 40 pounds, which is pretty average for a rear facing weight capacity. And then forward facing, you can start using it 22 pounds up to 65. Now 22 pounds is a minimum, not recommended. You want to keep your child rear facing as long as possible, reaching those limits of the seat, whether that be the weight limit or the height limit. And the reason for that is in the event of a car accident, if they were riding rear facing, then their neck and spine are completely supported by the back of the seat, and that's going to reduce the chance of a head or neck injury. And obviously, that's the most important. Now, the great thing about this car seat is it is packed full of conveniences for parents. Now, the first one is installation. Like I mentioned before, if your car seat is installed correctly, it makes it exponentially safer. So we like that they made it easy, and they did that through their super cinch technology, and that's integrated in the latch system. Now, as you can see, this latch had this cool little storage, and I love that. So if you're not using it, it's tucked out of the way and it's not getting in the way of other installation. But then it's also integrated. So to move it, so you would do rear facing here. So you're just going to move it up this track to move it into the forward facing belt path. And I love that because there's no confusion. It's not going to twist the wrong direction. And this just makes sure that it's going to be installed correctly. Now the super cinch is cool. So you're going to click in both of your latches. So it's even labeled with which part to pull first. So this one says pull first, and you're just going to pull that in the same direction as the webbing. And then once you get over to the second side, it's labeled with pulled second, and you're just going to pull that straight out, which is not typical for latch or seatbelt. Typically you want to go in the same direction, but this one is actually really easy to pull and get a solid installation. So I love those features just to make installation easy every time. They also added a feature to make it easy to install using the seatbelt. Now, one thing to know is the latch system, and all latch systems out there typically have a weight capacity of about 65 pounds. So with this one, you have to stop using it once your child reaches about 40 pounds, or typically when you go forward facing, then you need to start installing using the seat belt. Now you're going to do that through this belt path right here for forward facing, and then for rear facing, you're going to use it right down here. So you're going to feed your seatbelt through there, but you need to lock it into place. Now you can use the retractor in your car, which is typically what most people do, unless you have a lock off in the car seat. So with this one, it's the Lock-Shore system, and you're actually going to slide your seatbelt up through here, locking it into place. Super easy. Now this was an improvement with the IX over the last model, and I do love that because it's easier to engage. They also integrated 9 recline positions, and they're easily adjusted here on the front. Now I prefer my adjuster on the front because typically when you're rear facing, you don't need to change the level, and that is, it would be exposed in the back for rear facing. It's when they're forward facing that I want to play with it. I want them to sit upright when we're going around town. And then when we go on a road trip, I'd like to be able to recline it so they can nap. Now, typically when you do that, you will have to loosen your straps and reinstall, but it's easier because you don't have to take it out all the way. So I do like that it's in the front, just something to consider. So they have these 9 recline positions here, and then they also have an easy to read bubble level indicator, and it's clearly going to show for rear facing. You just need to have it in the this blue section right here, and then forward facing in this red section. So it makes it super easy to see if the recline is appropriate for your child. Now they added a lot of conveniences for harnessing, which I love. So first, it has 9 headrest positions. Now this is new to the IX. It's also easier to engage, which I love. So you just squeeze on this orange and lift. Oftentimes when you're doing this integrated headrest, it kind of gets stuck, but this one is super smooth and easy to engage. I love that. But then also down here they have the exposed harness adjuster, which is very easy. This one, they did something a little bit different. I can't really tell the difference, but it is super easy to tighten. When you're loosening it, it's a little bit sticky, but tightening it is solid, which is so cool. Now they also have a zip off cover. Now this is only going to be in the zip version, so you can get a little bit cheaper version without that zip feature, but I honestly think it's worth it when you consider how long you're going to be using this seat, and every time you take off that cover to wash, super easy, you're just going to zip it off, and it's even machine washable. You will have to line dry, but that makes being a mom much less messy, and we all know we need that. Now they also have these Comfort Flex cushions down here, and that's designed to keep the harness up after you uninstall your child, so that next time you go to put them in, you're not losing those straps underneath their bum, and it just makes harnessing that much easier. Now the reason we do these videos is to help educate you so you can make the right buying decisions for your new baby. Now I am a CPS certified tech, which stands for Child Passenger Safety Technician, and yes, that's the same training that those firemen and police officers get. So if you're local, come on in and I can check out your installation in person. We also have a couple more CPS techs here in the store. But if you still have questions and you can't come in, then leave us a comment below or even send us an email at hello@babycubby.com. We love to answer those questions for you. Now with this seat, what's included? Now you get this cool cup holder, and this you can move from one side to the other depending on where it's most convenient, usually compared to your door or which side you're installed on. And then it also comes with an infant insert, and this you should use from 5 to 11 pounds. Now once your child reaches 11 pounds, you do need to take that insert out. So with the Kiko Nextfit, it is a bit on the heavy side. It's also a little bit bulky. So you're going to have trouble getting 3 car seats in a row if that's what you need. So something to consider. The things that we love about this car seat, first of all, customer ratings are excellent. That means parents are happy with it after they purchase, which is a good indicator that it's a good car seat. Also, I love the recline. I love how easy it is to use and how easy it is to read. I love that you can just zip off this cover for easy cleaning and the machine washability. And I love the latch system. So I do love that you have these storage compartments and that it's integrated. It just takes the guesswork out of installation, and that to me is always a plus. So the Kiko Nextfit IX Zip retails for $349.99, or if you want that budget-friendly version without the zip feature, that one's $299. Now you can purchase those in-store or online at babycubby.com, where everything ships for free, and we even price match, so it doesn't have to cost you more. Now, if this video was helpful and you enjoyed it, give us a like, or even subscribe to our YouTube channel where we have a lot more informational videos.